Fiddler on the Roof. We're very, very glad that you have joined us for our closing performance. We've had a wonderful run here, and I want to thank everyone at the Everett Historic Theater for making us feel so welcome. Particularly thanks to the technical director, Lee, who has just been incredible help to this production. So let's give them announcements and a couple of acknowledgments, and then we will get on with the afternoon. So thanks for your patience with that. Another company that I would like to acknowledge for their incredible help with this production is Northwest Savoyards, who helped us so much with our sets, costumes, and props. So a big thank you to all of them. Also to the staff of Archbishop Murphy High School for their support of this production, for the belief in the musical theater program and what it does for the students, whether they stay in musical theater or not. It has been a real life experience for everyone. So thank you so much to AMHS for continuing this strong tradition. I would also like to acknowledge just a few individuals along with their crews. We had over 100 people who helped to make this production possible. But I'd like to acknowledge Betty Rice, who is the chair for our costumes and props, and her crew. I'd also like to thank and acknowledge Carl Holtzknecht, our scenic designer and builder, and his incredible crew, as well as our sound guys, who worked very, very hard to get this new sound system up and working so that you can hear the production this afternoon. Thanks to those guys, as well as to my right and left hand, without which this definitely would not have happened, believe me, is Sandy Biascachea and Mary Jo Sweeney. So thanks to all of those people. Of course, your attendance is key to this production being a success. But we also have another little fundraiser that we're doing at the intermission break up in the upstairs lobby. We are selling some very beautiful flowers. So if you'd like to get one for someone that you care about, that money will also go back into the Performing Arts program, and we thank you for that. And finally, two important announcements regarding the production. We do ask that there is no flash photography at any time. It is actually dangerous to the performers. And also no recording by video of this production. That is because of our contract agreement with Music Theater International. It is being filmed this afternoon, and those DVDs will be available soon. So thanks again. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy what I consider to be one of the strongest musical theater productions written, and that is Fiddler on the Roof.
A fiddler on the roof. Sounds crazy, no? But in our little village of Anatevka, you might say that every one of us is a fiddler on the roof, just trying to scratch out a simple, pleasant tune without breaking his neck. It's not easy. You may ask, why do we stay up there if it's so dangerous? We stay because Anatevka is our home. And how do we keep our balance? That I can tell you in one word. Tradition. 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 many, many years. Here in Anatevka, we have traditions for everything. How to eat, how to sleep, how to wear clothes. For instance, we always keep our heads covered. We always wear this little prayer shawl to show our constant devotion to God. You may ask, how did this tradition start? I'll tell you, I don't know. But it's a tradition. And because of our traditions, every man knows who he is and what God expects him to do. Day and night, thus travel for a living, feed a wife and children, say his daily prayers, and move as the right as master of the house to have the final word at home. The Papa, tradition, the Papa. We've always had our special times. For instance, Yenta, the matchmaker.
I'm proud I have a perfect match with your son. A wonderful girl.
Who is it?
Rachel, the shoemaker daughter.
Rachel, but she can hardly see. She's almost blind.
To tell the truth, Abraham, is your son so much to look at? By the way she sees and the way he looks, they're a perfect match.
And Nahum, the beggar. Alms for the poor! Alms for the poor!
Here, Nahum. It's 1 kopeck.
1 kopeck? But last week you gave me 2 kopeck.
I had a bad week.
So if you had a bad week, why should I suffer?
And most importantly, our beloved rabbi.
Rabbi, may I ask you a question?
Certainly, my son.
Is there a blessing for the Tsar?
A blessing for the Tsar. Of course. May God bless and keep the Tsar far away from us.
There are others in our village. They have a much bigger circle. His Honor the priest, His Honor the constable, His Honor. There are many honors. We don't bother them, and so far, they don't bother us. But among ourselves, we get along perfectly well. Of course, there was that one time that he sold him a horse. but the liberty mule. But that is all fine and settled now. Now we live in perfect peace and harmony. And oh, by the way, it was a horse.
It was a mule.
It was a horse!
It was a mule, I tell you.
It was a horse! It was a horse, I tell you!
Without our tradition, our lives would be as shaky as a fiddler on the roof.
And where are the doctors? Outside? No. Yes, good. Such dire To make it short, out of the whole town, he's cast his eye on Cycle.
My Vital?
No, the Tsar's Cycle. Of course you're Cycle.
Such a match for my Vital. But Tevye wants a learned man. He doesn't like Laser.
So he won't marry him. Laser wants the daughter, not the father. Listen to me, Golda. Send Tevye to him. Don't tell him what it's about, and let Laser discuss it himself. He's a good man, a fine man. True? True. So you'll let me know how it went. And you don't have to thank me, Golda, because aside from the fee, which anyway Laser will pay, it gives me satisfaction to make people happy. What better satisfaction is there? So goodbye, Golda, and you're welcome.
Not unless it's not the tailor. I didn't ask you. Cycle, you're the oldest. They have to make a match for you before they can make one for me. And then after her, one for me. So if Yenta brings...
Oh, Yenta.
Well, somebody has to arrange the matches. Young people just can't decide these things for themselves. She might be someone wonderful, someone interesting, and well-off, and important. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Matchmaker, matchmaker, look through your book and make me a perfect match. Matchmaker, matchmaker, I'll bring the veil. You bring the groom, slender and pale. Bring me a ring, for I'm longing to be the envy of all I see. For Papa, make him a star. For Mama, make him rich as a king. For me, well, I wouldn't holler if he were as handsome as anything. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Night after night in the dark I'm alone. So find me a match of my own.
Since when are you interested in a match, Hava? I thought you just had your eye on your books. You had your eye on the rabbi's son.
And why not? We only have one rabbi and he only has one son. Why shouldn't I want the best?
Because you're a girl from a poor family. So whatever Yenta brings, you'll take, right?
Of course, right.
Honel, oh Honel, have I made a match for you? He's handsome, he's young, alright, he's 62, but he's a nice man. What a good catch, true? True. I promise you'll be happy, and even if you're not, there's more to life than that. Don't ask me what. Hava, I got it. Wouldn't you be a lucky bride? He's handsome, he's tall, that is from side to side, but he's a nice and good catch, right? Right. You heard he has a temper, he'll eat you every night, but only when he's sober. So you're alright.
Today, I am a horse. Dear God, did you have to make my poor old horse lose his shoe right before the Sabbath? That wasn't very nice. It's enough you pick on me, Tevye, blessed with 5 daughters, a life of poverty. But what have you got against my horse? Sometimes I think when things are too quiet up there, you say to yourself, let's see what kind of mischief we can play on my friend Tevye today.
Ah, you're finally here, my breadwinner.
I'll talk to you later.
What happened to your horse?
He was invited to the blacksmith for the Sabbath.
Well, hurry up. The sun won't wait for you, and I have something to say to you.
As the good book says, heal us, O Lord, and we shall be healed. In other words, send us the cure. We've got the sickness already. It's not that I'm complaining. After all, with your help, I'm starving to death. You've made many, many poor people. I realize, of course, that it's no shame to be poor. But it's no great honor either. So what would have been so terrible if I had this small, small fortune? If I were a rich man, diddle-diddle-diddle-digga-digga-diddle-diddle-dum. All day long I'd biddy-biddy-bum. If I were a wealthy man, wouldn't have to work hard. Diddle-diddle-diddle-digga-digga-diddle-diddle-dum. If I were a bitty-bitty rich, digga-digga-diddle-diddle man, I'd build a big tall house with rooms by the dozen right in the middle of the town. A fine tin roof with real wooden floors below. And there'd be one long staircase just going up, and one even longer coming down, and one more leading nowhere just for show. I'd fill my yard with chicks and turkeys and geese and ducks for the town to see and hear, squawking just as noisily as they can. And each loud quack and pluck and gobble and honk would land like a drum on the ear, as if to say, here lives a wealthy man. If I were a rich man, diddle-diddle-diddle-digga-digga-diddle-diddle-dum. All day long I'd biddy-biddy-bum. If I were a wealthy man, wouldn't have to work hard. Diddle-diddle-diddle-digga-digga-diddle-diddle-dum. If I were a bitty-bitty rich, digga-digga-diddle-diddle-dum, I'd see my wife, my Golda, looking like a rich man's wife with a rubber double chin, supervising meals to her heart's delight. I'd see her putting on airs and squinting like a peacock. I what a happy mood she's in, screaming at the servants' day and night. You go